Now people, this chapter, index number chapter 18, the weightage of this chapter is usually 5 to 6 marks. And if you ask me, in the last 3-4 attempts, they were usually asking 6 marks itself from this chapter. So it's a very important chapter. And if you have the 6 marks, you are sorted. That means it is very easy to get the 6 marks. Okay, that is the important part of this chapter. Now, first of all, why are we studying this chapter? Index number. Any idea? Have you heard about any indexes and all? Yes. Have you heard about Nifty? Nifty 50. Have you heard about Sensex? Yeah, in stock market we have heard. For example, in our National Stock Exchange, it has an index called as Nifty 50. Then our Bombay Stock Exchange has another index called as Sensex. What is the usage of this? Any idea? What is the basic usage of these indexes? So basically, yeah, what happens is sometimes instead of checking, for example, 2,500 stocks are there in NSE. Let it be like that. Example, randomly. So are you able to look at this 2,500 stocks all the time? No. Sometimes it will not be possible for a individual. So rather than keeping idea of every 2,500 stock, there can be small companies, there can be big companies, everything, we can't combine everything together. So rather than what our stock exchange does is, they will take the first 50, which is having the highest market. They'll keep it over the first 50 company and they constitute this Nifty 50. Now, based on that 50 company, if the value goes up, they will say, Nifty went up. The market went up. Then based on that 50 company, if the value goes down, their stock price went down. That means we'll say what? The market went down. Now one question to everyone. People, certain times, for example, these 50 companies are there. All of them went down together. But all the small companies were going up. Then in market it will show that we will think that the market went down. Why? Because we are only considering the first 50 company, but usually what happens is if the 50 companies are going up, obviously the entire market will be going up. If 50 companies are going down, the entire market will be going down. So what is the usage of this index? Just for understanding or predicting or forecasting how the market is going to perform or whatever may be the thing, a given set of commodities, how their price will go up in the future, how it will come down in the future, all those things will come under what? Something called as index. Purinjada? Pakka? Basically, I'll take one more thing down. You will understand it much better. 200 is the index. Okay. 200 is the index. Now, you need to get this 200 marks to what? To pass. If you get more than this, more than the index, you will pass. Less than the index, you will what? Fail. So basically index is a standard you should keep or whichever you should achieve or whichever you should not achieve. I think you are getting little by little. Now one more thing, the gold price. Today the price, I think it went down. For example, I am taking 1 lakh is the gold price 1 month before. Now I am telling that now it is 99,999. Let it be like that. Then what do you understand? 1 rupee drop is there. For example, if I kept this as an index, there is a drop in the index. Likewise, all the things will come under this. Whatever you want to compare. For example, in the first 8 marks test, you scored 5 marks. Then in the last 8 marks test, you scored 7 marks. How much increment is there? Plus 2 increment is there. So whatever you want to compare, you can put it as an index. So index number is nothing but a tool used to compare price, quantity or value of a commodity over 2 different time periods. Now I am introducing this thing. 2 different time periods. People, what did I tell you? Now gold price 1 month before. And I told you now. So what was the base period? 1 month before. For example, I am taking it as February end. Now it is April 1st. It is the current year. Now, when we started the class on 23rd of March, your marks was 5. Now it is, let it be 7. Okay, base period is what? 23rd March. Current period is what? 1st of April. So always we require what? 2 time frames in order to understand this That is another important thing. Are you getting it, people? Everyone online? Everyone understood the basics? Now, one more base. Anyway, let it be. Some people were late. Let's see. Now, people, long back, when did we get independence? 1947. Yeah, some are telling, oh, still I don't have independence. Yes, 1947. Then, now let it be 2020. Okay, people. There was an index called as, for some commodities, there was an index of 50. For some other commodities, there is an index of 200 or 2000. Let it be 2000. Some other commodity, for example, in 1947, let it be A and B. In 2020, let it be A and B itself, same commodity. Now, what happens to the index star? 50 raised to what? 2000. That means the price. I'm just telling, price of the commodity went by how much percentage up? The plus 1950 up. The index went up by how much? 1950. So usually what we does is we will compare the same commodity, not different commodities. Now if I kept AB is the commodity, then here is some other commodity called as DC. Can we compare them? No, we can't compare them. So always the commodities should be what? Same. If so, we will start off, people. Now, one important thing, index numbers are always expressed in percentages. Okay. So what is the case? Index numbers are always expressed in percentages. Now my question, when percentages are involved, which mean is the best mean? Geometric mean. We studied that. So you tell me, which will be the best average to construct an index number? Geometric mean. Why? Because always index numbers are expressed in what? Percentages. That's why it is mentioned over here, people. GM is considered the best average for constructing index number. Previous year question. Everyone online? Ajisha, Akshaya, Bhavdari, Nihita, everyone, rest of you, Sakshini, then Sindhu, Shruti, Saumya, everyone is getting it. Yes, I forgot your name, the Bhuvanesh, Sudarshan. Okay, fine. Okay, everyone else got it? Pakka? Yes, Ayush, you got it? Yes, Pujita, you got it? Yeah, can we go further ahead? Now, people, we are going to the basic index number, one of the basics, that is called as relatives. Yeah, you also like relatives, right? Now, relatives is coming over here in index number. There are two types of relatives. First one is price relative. So when you heard the name price relative and all, sometimes you might feel it, oh, complicated or no. I'll show you why is it not complicated. Now, people, for your CA Foundation examination, what all things you require? What all things you require? For your quantitative aptitude exam, pencil is required, correct? Then, what else is required? Calculator is required. Then, what else you require? Water bottle, correct? Then, what else is required? Pen is required. Fine, done. No scale, scale is outside. Okay, we don't want scale. Now, in 1990, someone was writing this exam, and in 2026, someone is writing exam. Okay. Now, let the price of pencil in 1990, let it be 2 rupees. Now, calculator, let it be 50 rupees. Then, water bottle, let it be 3 rupees. Then, pencil, let it be around 1 rupee. In 2026, pen rupee 1 rupee. Then, pencil, let it be 7 rupees. Calculator 315. Then, water bottle 15. Then, pen randomly I'm putting 5 rupees. Okay, these are the values. Now, how the question will be there from price relative and all? It's very easy. They will ask, what is the price relative of calculator in 2026 with respect to 1990? So what is the price of calculator in 2026? 350. What is the price of calculator in 1990? 50. So answer is very easy, people. 350 divided by 50. Usually we will represent it in what? The percentages. So you should multiply it with 100. That's how you will get price relative. I hope that everyone understood this. So price relative is nothing but, people, it is the ratio of current year price divided by base year price. Now you will ask me, sir, what is this current year? Current year is whichever year we are taking for now. Okay. So in sometimes in question it will be given as 1980 is the current year. That time you should understand that the year we are considering now is what? 1980. If they are telling 2007 is the current year, take it that 2007 is the current year or year which we are considering now. Then what is base year, people? Base year is whichever year we are comparing to. For example, 1947 is the base year they are telling. So in the denominator, always think that the base year is what? Whichever year with respect to 1947, the economy went up. Likewise, question will be there. Okay. So 1947, sometimes base year. 1990, sometimes can be called as base year. 1981 can be called as base year. 2020 can be called as base year based on the question. Okay. Whatever is the question, you will just take accordingly. I hope everyone understood that. Now, if so, what is the equation for price relative in percentage? Pn divided by P0. Somewhere you will write it like this also. P1 divided by P0 into 100. Where P1 is what? P1 is nothing but current year price. P0 is what? Base year price. I hope that everyone understood this without any doubt. Now, if so, find me the price relative of pencil. Pencil, take your calculator and do it. 7 divided by 2 into pencil. 7 divided by 2 into 100, 350. Okay. Then, what is the price relative of water bottle? 15 divided by 3 into 100. That means current year price divided by base year price into 100. Now, people, randomly I'll put something. You should tell me the price relatives. Okay. Now, A is there, B is there, C is there. Now, 1997 and 2007. So, I am telling 2007 is the current year and 1997 is the base year. So, P1 is the price of current year and P0 is the price of base year. Now, with respect to this, I am telling A was 5 rupees, here it is 20 rupees, 6 rupees, 25 rupees, 7 rupees, 75 rupees. Now you tell me the price relative of commodity C, people. Price relative of commodity C, everyone. Yeah, 75 divided by 7 into 100. How much you got, people? 1071. Sometimes you will feel like, oh, will an index be like 1000 and all? It can be. Always keep it in your mind. It can be. Now think about gold. Gold was maybe 5 rupees or 10 rupees or 100 rupees in 1947. Now it is how much? Lakhs. So how the index went up? Like this. So it can be in 1000, 10,000 or lakhs. Whatever may be the question. Are you getting the point, people? Now what is the price relative of B? Price relative of B. 25 divided by 6 into 100. 25 by 6 is how much da? So 460 everyone got. So how did you do it in calculator? Type 25, then divide by 6, then multiply it with 100. So this is the step in calculator. So everyone is done with the price relative. Now people, along with it, I'll teach you one more thing so that you can keep it in your mind. Sometimes what if they ask? Quantity relative. Quantity relative. What do you think quantity relative formula will be? That is nothing but current year quantity divided by base year quantity. Then we always want it in what? Percentage or not decimal up. We want it in percentages. So into 100, or you will write it as Q1 divided by Q0 into 100. Okay. Keep a note of it. Quantity relative. Now, my question. How they might ask question for quantity relative? They will say that in 1947, the quantity I used to get was 5 kg. In 2015, the quantity I will get it is 2000 kgs. That means 2000 divided by 5 into 100. What if the question is like in 1998, the quantity I used to get was 1 kg. In 2005, I am getting only half kg. How much is the relative? 0.5. Half kg is how much? 0.5 divided by 1 into 100. That is how much? 50. So the index went down. Are you getting? We are getting lesser quantity in this year compared to the base year. That can also happen, right? For example, you are having 10,000 rupees and you were buying some product in 1947. You used to get a lot of products. I'm not considering inflation. I'm not. Other than that, I'm talking. You used to get a lot of things. Now with 10,000, you will get that many things. No, the index will be what? Coming down. Okay. Yes. Now people, the methods of constructing index number, and I am telling you almost all the questions come from this. Almost 3 marks question usually come from point 1 and point 2. Can we study it? It is very easy. One of the easiest topic. Now people, one thing, if you have studied using the ICA book, it will look like very complicated because the ICA material has a lot of things which is not important for you. From your exam point of view, they have given too many things which there is no point of questions at all. There are many questions like that or many topics like that. I have put everything here. Study this, do it multiple times along with the workbook, more than enough. Okay. Now, simple index numbers. First one we are going to learn is simple aggregative price index, and the second one over there will be simple relative price index. So how many methods of constructing index numbers we are going to learn? 2 methods. In that 2 methods, first one, simple index number method, there is 2 types. What are they? Simple aggregative, it is also called as SAPI, SAPI. Then simple relative index number, SRPI. Then in weighted index number, we have like 5 types. We will talk about all the things. One by one, we can go about it now. Everyone make sure that you have the calculator. If anyone doesn't have, tell me, I'll give the calculator. One person doesn't have, please come over here. I'll give the calculator because calculator is important for this chapter. Because almost all the question can be solved using calculator. Yes, you can take it. Now, SAPI or simple aggregative price index number. Now, what is the usage of index number? What did I tell you? Basically, in order to see whether the price went up or price went down, or the index value or the value of the commodity went up or went down. That is the basic importance of what thing? The basic importance of our aggregative index number or SAPI or whatever it is we are going to learn. That is the usage part of it. Now we will SAPI. I will tell you with an example. Which year you want? Tell me. Audience poll. Which year? 2000? 2000. Okay. Then which year you guys were born? 2007. Okay. Let it be 2007. I am telling this is the price in the base year. This is the price in the current year. Now tell me some commodities. Tell me some commodities. What is commodity? Salt. Okay. Then pepper. Okay. Then chili. Yes. Then fish also. So fish curry is ready. Yes, done. So all the commodities are ready. Random prices. Tell me some random prices. Salt, let it be 5 rupees. Let now be 17. Then pepper, let it be 6 rupees. Let it be now 205 rupees. Chili, let it be 35 rupees. Now let it be 45 rupees. Then fish, let it be 10 rupees. Let it be now 205 rupees. Okay, these are the values given. Okay, one person said butter also. Okay, butter. Now let it be 30 rupees. Now let it be 70 rupees. All the things are ready, right? Everything is ready. We will use the same example for SRPI also. So you will understand SAPI and SRPI together. Now, SAPI means we will add all the current year quantity. Not like relative. What are we doing? We will add all the current year quantity prices. Okay, current year prices we will be adding. All the current year prices we will be adding. Divide by sum of all the base year price into 100. Then we will get what index? SAPI or simple aggregative price index. That is the method. So look here, SAPI is nothing but summation of sigma P1 means what? The summation of current year prices divided by what? Summation of base year prices. Now look here, which is equal to sigma P1. That means 17 plus 205 plus 45 plus 205 plus 70 divided by people. What is remaining down? Divided by 5 plus 6 plus 35 plus 10 plus 30 into what? Finally, what is the remaining? Into 100. How much are you getting? Just use calculator and tell me the answer. 630. Oh, 613 point something. Okay, fine. Let's see. 630.23. Now, how to find it in calculator? First, you will find the denominator. Everyone, try to find the denominator in calculator and use memory calculation. Yes, Sudarshan, you know about memory calculation? Yes, both of you know, right? Memory calculation. Well and good. Awesome. Yes. Now, add everything and keep it in the in the memory. For how to do it? 5 plus 6 plus 35 plus 10 plus 30. Then click what? Equal to and click what? M plus. So you are saving all the values in the calculator memory. That is completed. Once you saved all the values in the calculator memory, find the numerator value. How to get the numerator value? 17 plus 205 plus 45 plus 205 plus 70. Then click equal to. You got the numerator, right, people? Then divide with denominator. How to find the denominator? Click MRC because you already have it in the calculator memory. Then multiply it with what? 100. How much are you getting, people? How much are you getting? Please tell me. Please tell me. Solungo. Yes. What is the answer? 630. Everyone got 630? Yes. Well and good. Now, one more thing I want to tell you. So P0 is the base year. I told you, right? P1 is the current year. Now, what usually happens is, we will take, if the base year index is not given, okay, they are telling base year index is not mentioned in the question, we will assume that base year index was 100. Okay, base year index is how much? 100. Now, if you ask me that 100 became what over here? 630. That means how much increment is there? 530 increment is there. Keep it in your mind. So the prices went up by how much? 530. Keep it in your mind. So everyone understood simple aggregative price index. Anyone is having trouble with simple aggregative price index? Tell me right now. Any doubt? Pakka? Pravalika, everything is clear? Lipika, are you getting it? Yes, you are a little late. You are getting it now, right? Yes. Fine. If any doubt is there, ask during the break time. Okay. Now. Next one, people. Simple relative price index. Now, again, I am asking you the question. What is this SAPI? We are finding an index number using SAPI. What is the simple relative index number? We are finding a index number using which method? Simple relative index number. So, two things. Whatever we are learning now, we are doing what? We are creating an index. Okay. Now, people, in simple relative price index, it is much more easier. The thing is, we will take the ratio of current year price and base year price. That means P1 divided by P0. Then we need to add for all the values. That is the case. I'll show you with the example itself. Now, this example itself we will take. Now look here. Sigma P1 by P0 divided by N into 100. This N is nothing but called as number of commodities. Number of what? Commodities. How many commodities are in our example? Which all are the commodities? Salt is there, pepper is there, chili is there, fish is there, butter is there. That means how many are there in total, people? 5 commodities are there for us. That means in our example, N is equal to how much? 5. Keep a note of it. N is equal to 5 in our example. Now, people, we need to find sigma P1 by P0. P1 by P0 is nothing but salt case. P1 by P0 is how much now? 17 divided by 5. Correct? 17 divided by 5. Then we will click what? Clear the memory also before starting off. 17 divided by 5, M plus. 17 divided by 5, M plus. Now we will consider pepper. Pepper is how much now? Pepper is how much? Everyone? 205 divided by 6. M plus. That is also completed. Then what is remaining? Next one is what? 45 divided by 35. M plus. 205 divided by 10. M plus. 70 divided by 30. M plus. Then finally, people, we need to add everything together in order to bring back everyone together. Which is the button you are going to click, people? MRC. Once you click MRC, you need to divide with what? N. How much is the value of N over here, people? 5. Divide with 5. Then we usually want it in percentage. So at the end, you will multiply it with what, people? 100. How much is the answer you are getting? 1233. Everyone got the same answer? Did anyone get any different answer? Pakka, everyone got it? Yes. So that is, Shruti, once again you check your calculation again. So what if given? What is given? Not what if, what is given? The prices will be given, correct? Base year price will be given, current year price will be given. Then you will do what? Either using SAPI or using SRPI, you can find the answer. Now the best part is they will mention it in the question. They will say that, using SAPI method, get me the answer. Using SRPI method, get me the index number. Likewise, they will mention it in the question paper itself. Okay, so it is very easy for us. The only part for us is what? We should remember the formula. Without knowing the formula, we will not be able to answer any of it. Okay, so we will just re-narrate or recollect whatever we have studied from the beginning. What is the usage of index number? What is the usage? To forecast or predict, or we can say that how much is the price is going up or the quantity value is going down or up. Accordingly, we can predict using what? Index number. Then, what is the first one we learned? We learned price relative. Price relative is what? Current year price divided by base year price into 100. What was quantity relative? Current year quantity divided by base year quantity into 100. That is quantity relative, price relative. Then we were coming into the what? Construction of index number. First one is what? SAPI. SAPI is what? The summation of all the current year price divided by summation of all the base year price into 100. That was SAPI. That is an index number. Okay, remember that. Then people, SRPI, another index number. How to find this SRPI index number? Very easy. Summation of ratio of current year price to base year price, then divided by what? N into 100. What is this N over here? N is number of commodities. Now people, if the base year index is not given, then people, what will you assume? 100. If base year index is not given, we will assume it as 100. That means using SRPI method, everyone is getting 1200 and how much? 33. Shruti, check again. Check your calculations again. 17 divided by 5. M plus. Clear the memory also. 17 divided by 5. M plus 205 divided by 6. M plus 45 divided by 35. M plus 205 divided by 10. M plus 70 divided by 30. M plus. Then finally click what? MRC. Okay. Then you will get the answer. Someone's alarm is ringing, I guess. Yeah. Yes. I think usual wake up time, I guess. Find out? Done. So they check again. Then divide MRC divided by 5 into 100. You will get the answer. Everyone else is getting right. So you should also get. Check again. Now, one question for you. People, I am telling. I have a certain set of commodity. During the time of Nehru. Okay, when Nehru was ruling, that time the index was 120. Then during the time of Modi, the index became 150. Is there a rise in prices? Yes, 30 increment is there. Okay, now if it was quantity, what happens? Quantity, there is an increase in quantity. That means we are getting more quantity. That way also we can say either in price or in quantity. Yes. Show me your calculator. Show you the picture of the new calculator, Shruti. It should be, you should get the answer no matter what. Everyone else got 1233, right? Yes, that means it should be the answer. maybe you would have round off to something else, or we can do one thing, Shruti, we will check with the next question. Maybe some error you are doing it here. We will check with the next question. With this question, we will check whether you are getting the answer or not. Everyone, rest of you online, are you getting it? Now people, the first question, PYQ, one of the repeated pattern of question. Okay, the index number for the current year using simple aggregative method. Simple aggregative method means what? The SAPI method. We need to find for the following data. Now people, commodities are given, the base year prices are given, current year prices are given, everything is given. We need to find what? SAPI or SAPI index number. SAPI index number is what, people? Summation of current year prices divided by summation of base year prices into what? Into 100. Now people, summation of current year prices is what, people? 100 plus, in a calculator you should do, okay, 100 plus 150 plus 250 divided plus 300 divided by what? 80 plus 100 plus 120 plus 200. The entire thing is multiplied with what, people? 100. Now if you ask me, in the calculator, how are you doing it, people? First find the denominator. Everyone clear the memory. How to clear the memory? Click MRC how many times? 2 times. Clear the memory and start off. Denominator is 80 plus 100 plus 120 plus 200. Then you will click which button? M plus button. That is the denominator. We saved it in the memory. Everyone understood that? Then find the numerator. How to use the numerator? Find the numerator. 100 plus 150 plus 250 plus 300. Then you will click what? Equal to, then divide with what? MRC, then multiply it with what? 100. How much is the answer, people? 160. Everyone got 160. Shruti, are you getting 160? Everyone else is getting 160. Yes, Nikita got it. Bhavadharani got it. Yes, Shruti, take your time. Completely fine. Now, yes, which is equal to 160. Now, what did you understand? Did the prices goes up in general for the given data? Yes, from 100 it became 160. So there is an increment in price. Okay, for the entire group of quantities. We are not talking about individual quantity. For individual quantity, which is the best method? Relative method. You can go for price relative, right? For if you want to find the price relative of rice, how to find it? 150 divided by 100 into 100. New student? What's your name? Bhavana. Oh, okay, Bhavana. Have you watched the recordings? You know the calculation tricks, right? Okay, well and good. Yes. Shruti, you got it? Rest of you, Sakshini, Sindhu, Soumya, everyone, are you getting it? Akshay, are you getting it? Adisha, are you getting it? If so, people, yes. Shruti, show me your calculation. I need to understand how you are doing the calculation, because somewhere you are going wrong. Otherwise, you will not have this issue. Previously, you were getting it right. Then why? What is happening now? So, along with me, you type 100. Clear everything and type along with me. Everyone do that. 100 plus 150 plus 250 plus 300. Then you click equal to. Okay. Then click what? So, oh, you are finding the denominator first. Numerator, huh? So first find the denominator, sorry for that. 80 plus 100 plus 150 plus 200. Then click M plus. Okay. Have you saved it in the memory? Shruti, have you saved it in the memory? Everyone saved it in the memory? Rest of everyone got the answer, right? Yes, fine. You saved it in the memory. Okay, perfect. Then 100 plus 150 plus 250 plus 300. Then click equal to. Okay, now you got the numerator. Did you get the numerator, Shruti? How much you got the numerator value? How much you got the numerator value when you click equal to? Yes. Then click divide. Then click MRC. Then yes. Then click MRC. Divide, click MRC. Then what? The equal to, then multiply it with 100. Even if you don't put equal to also, you will get the correct answer because you are multiplying with 100. How much are you getting now? Hmm, 625. Huh? Where are you going wrong? Somewhere something is going wrong. 180. This is how much you are getting. Send a picture of the calculator. Let me see what calculator. I mean, you change the calculator also, right? Let's see. Somewhere something is going wrong. Denominator 500 you are getting. That is correct. So 800 divided by 500. Manually you do it. 800 by 500 into 100 is how much? Take your calculator, type 800 divided by 500, then multiply it with 100. How much are you getting? Something is wrong with your calculator then. Rudy, something is wrong. Memory calculation is not working properly. Yes, 160 is the answer. Correct. But memory calculation is not working properly. Something is wrong. Either you are doing somewhere small mistakes or your calculator has some issues. We need to change it again. Because you can claim the warranty since you bought it very nearly. Yes. Next question, people. Everyone, be ready. Rest of you, everyone got it, right? Maybe then, Sruthi, some calculator error or somewhere, some minute thing you are doing wrong. Maybe. We need to check that. Index number for the year 2012, taking 2011 as the base year from the given data below, shows the simple average price relative method. What is the simple average price relative method? They are asking for SRPI method. Relative method means SRPI method. And what is the formula for SRPI? SRPI is nothing but summation of P1 divided by P0 divided by N into 100. How much is the N value? How many commodities are there over here? People, tell me. How many commodities are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, Bhavana, it is. Are you getting it? I don't know whether you are getting it. You are watching online and coming? Yes, well and good. Great. N is equal to 5. Everyone got N is equal to 5. Now people, we require summation of P1 by P0. Now people, which is the current year, which is the base year given in the question? Index number of the year 2012, taking 2011 as the base year. So people, P0 is for the year 2011. P1 is for the year 2012. Now summation of P1 by P0. P1 by P0 means first case. Clear the memory. Click MRC. Everyone clear the memory. Everyone click MRC 2 times. How many times? 2 times to clear the memory. Now, yes. Yes. Now, 125, you can share it in WhatsApp also, I'll check there. 125 divided by 115. That is the first case, right? P1 by P0. We just need to take one quantity or for the all quantities. We need to take for all the quantities or all the commodities. Then click what? M plus. Then what, people? Second commodity. 117 divided by 108. M plus. 108 divided by 95. M plus. 95 divided by 80. M plus. Then 95 divided by 90. M plus. That means we took the ratio of all the commodities. Once you take the ratio of all the commodities, what is the next step? You will click MRC divided by N is how much over here, people? 5. Then multiply it with what? 100. How much are you getting, people? 111. Huh? Everyone got 111. So which is equal to 111. So how much? Yes, Rudeep. Well and good. How much increment is there? 11 is the increment. The index went up by how much? 11. So everyone understood the concept. So whatever may be the question, you will be able to answer, right? It's very easy, one of the easiest topic. Yes, Rudy, correct. Now, well and good. Now you are getting right. Perfect. Now, till now we were only considering what? Prices, correct? We are only considering what? Prices. Now, what if I ask you using SAPI? What is SAPI? Simple Aggregative Price Index, correct? Everyone listen carefully. Simple Aggregative Price Index. What if the question was like this? Simple Aggregative Quantity Index. Instead of sigma P1, you will write what? Sigma Q1 divided by sigma Q0 into 100. Then simple relative quantity index, it will be looking like what? Sigma Q1 by Q0 divided by what? N into 100. Are you getting the point, people? Everyone understood the idea? It's very, very easy. So, whenever they ask with respect to quantity, we will change it to what? Instead of P, we will write what? Quantity. That's all. Okay, but that and all will never come for exam because none of them are interested in quantity. All of them are interested in what? Price. Yeah, even with you. Are you thinking about, oh, for this much rupees, I am getting this much? No, we are always thinking about price. That's why when I was small, this small, I used to get a Parle-G biscuit for 5 rupees this big. Now I will get what? Parle-G biscuit this big for same price 5 rupees. So that's why they are changing the quantity but not the prices. Everyone is concerned about what? Prices, not the quantities. Keep it in your mind. Now, one more question. Next, we are going for weighted index numbers. It's okay, completely fine. Weighted index number. What do you mean by weighted index number, people? Weighted index number means till now I am telling only considering prices. Now we will consider price and quantity. Where? In weighted index number. Make a note of it, people. What is the important part of weighted index numbers? We will consider both prices and quantities at the same time. Keep a note of it. And there are 5 weighted index numbers. You might have studied it in the past and you might spell it differently in the past. I will call it by one name. The first type is called as Lappe index number. You might call it as Laspirus. Yes, I will call it as Lappe. Lappe index number. Okay. What is it? Lappe index number. So what is this Lappe index number? It is basically an index number. Based on the given quantities and the given prices, we will find an index number. That type of index is called as what? The Lappe index number. Now, the formula for Lappe index number looks like this. Sigma P1 Q0 divided by sigma P0 Q0. Now, people, before going to the formula, what is the name of the topic? The weighted index number. Long back in chapter number 14, do you remember something I told? Weighted average. Weighted average, you remember? Yeah, you should remember. If you remember, well and good. Instead of F, you will use what? W. You remember weight. And I told you we are not concerned about all the quantities. We are only concerned about all the frequencies. We are only concerned about the weight whichever we are giving. Now, so basically here also we are not concerned about all the things. We are not concerned about base year quantity or we are not concerned about current year quantity. But if the question is specific, we will consider whatever is required. Now in Lappe index number, the weight is always base year quantity. Keep a note of it. Weight in Lappe. Weight in Lappe index number is what? The weight in L is always base year quantity. So we will ignore the current year quantity. That is the meaning of that. Okay. We will ignore current year quantity in Lappe index number. We will only consider what? Base year quantity. So the formula looks like this. Summation of P1 Q0 divided by summation of P0 Q0, or you can learn it like this. Sigma Pico by Poco. Okay. Summation of P1 Q0 Pico divided by summation of Poco. Remember it that way. Lappe. Okay. In Malayalam, Poco means go away. Never ever I should see you again. Poco. Yes. So Pico by Poco. P1 Q0 divided by P0 Q0. I'll show you how is it done. Everyone, Tell me some quantities. Yes, tell me some name of the commodities or quantities or whatever you want to tell. You tell me. Everyone, come on. Hey, don't keep quiet. Tell me. Yes, Dinesh, tell me now. Gold. Okay. Now we will go for some gold. Okay. Gold is there. Then another one. Coffee. Yeah, one person said coffee. Yes, Grace. Tea. Oh, okay. Yeah. Anything else you want? Yes. Yes, wheat is there. Yeah. Done now? Everyone is done? Oh, so the column is filled. So it's done. A chocolate. So one person said chocolate. Fine. Chocolate. Now let it be which year you want, which year you guys were born. Yes, Ayush, which year you were born, 2008. So 2008 is the current year I am taking. Then people, I am going to take one more thing. Which one you want as the base year, everyone? 2006 is the base year. Then I will put 2006 over here. Then I will put 2008 over here. Now, people, in 2006, I am taking the quantity is Q0 and the price is what? P0. In 2008, the quantity is what? The Q1, let it be Q1, and the price is what? P1. So everything is over right in front of you. Anyone is having doubt over that? Pakka everyone is sorted with this. Now, what if my next question is like this? 2006 is there, 2000, which other year is there? 2008 is there. Now, my question is, you need to find LAPE index number. That is my question. So, for that the data will be given in the examination. All the time they will give the data. Then you need to find the answer. So, Q0 let it be 5. Then P0 let it be 200. Then coffee let it be 6. Let it be 300. Then tea let it be 5. Let it be 400. Then wheat let it be 7. Let it be 50 rupees. Chocolate let it be 5. Then let it be 100 rupees. Random values. Okay. Don't think that, oh, this much quantity and all. Now, one more thing, people. They are mentioning the quantity, but randomly we are putting value. So, this much is not the cost of gold and all. Don't tell me right now. Okay. Random values. Then, Q1 quantity. In the year 2008, let us assume there was 7 and let it be 1000. Then here let it be 8 and let it be 600. Then 7, let it be 2000. Let it be 9, let it be 100. Then let it be 21, let it be 3000. Okay, these are the values given in the question. Okay, everyone understood what is given? Pakka, everyone got it? So what is base year over here? 2006. What is current year over here? 2008. So Q0 is what? The base year quantity. Then P0 is what? Base year prices. Then Q1 is what? Current year quantity, and P1 is what? Current year prices. Now what is the formula for our LAPE? LAPE is nothing but summation of P1 Q0 divided by summation of P0 Q0 into 100. Now everyone take your calculator. And how are you going to do it in calculator? I should understand, or you should tell me right now. Everyone, sigma P1 Q0. How to find sigma P1 Q0? Can anyone tell me sigma P1 Q0? Take your calculator, everyone. P1 Q0 is, P1 value is how much now? 1000. For gold it is 1000 into Q0 is how much? 5. Then you will click what? M plus. So 1000 into 5 M plus. If you want to do the denominator first, we can do denominator also first. At the end of the day, we will write both the values. Why? Because memory calculation is involved in the numerator, memory calculation is involved in the denominator. So there is no point in finding numerator or denominator first. Whatever you do will be effective. Okay, Shruti, start off. 1000 into 5 M plus. Then 600 into 6 M plus, then 2000 into 5 M plus, then 100 into 7 M plus, then finally who is remaining down? 3000 into 5 M plus, then click MRC. How much is the numerator value? Everyone tell me, how much is numerator? How much? 54,000? 34,300 is the numerator. Divided by, we need to find what the P0 Q0. P0 Q0, how will you find P0 Q0? 200 into 5M plus 300 into 6M plus 400 into 5M plus then 50 into 7M plus then what is remaining? 100 into 5M plus then MRC. So you got sigma P0 Q0. Previously you already got sigma P1 Q0. How much is sigma P0 Q0 da? How much? 5,650. Everyone got 5,650. Check again everyone. Into what? Into 100. How much is the answer? 34300 divided by 5650 into 100. How much is the answer? 607.07. 607.07. Everyone got it? Understood the method? Yes. Check again the calculation. Anyone is having doubt in any of the calculation methods, you can ask. Pakka? Done? Is it an easy topic? One of the easiest topic. The only part is you need a calculator to calculate. Yes. Understood, Nirja? Why you need a calculator? Because all the questions you can, without writing, you can write or take using calculator. Pakka? Can we go ahead? Purna, can we go ahead? Yes. Jayasree? Yes. Kalei? Yes. Tell me. 3,000 into 500. 3,000 into chocolate. 3,000 into 5. 3,000 into 5, right? Which one, da? 3,000, da? Oh, this is my, okay, sorry for my bad handwriting. This is what? 3. Okay? No, my mistake. I should have wrote it properly. Fine, done. If so, people, if so, I will ask you a question. Can anyone tell me SAPI for the same data? SAPI. Don't tell me the answer. You should tell me the method. SAPI. SAPI means SAPI, Simple Aggregative Price Index. That was what? Summation of P1 divided by summation of P0 into 100. That is how much, da? 1000 plus 600 plus 2000 plus 100 plus 3000 divided by what? 200 plus 300 plus 400 plus 50 plus 100 into 100. You will get an answer. Everyone remember SAPI? Then what was SRPI for the same data? SRPI will become 1000 divided by 200 M plus 600 divided by 300 M plus 200 divided by 400 M plus 100 divided by 50 M plus 3000 divided by 100 M plus then MRC divided by how many quantities are there in total, people? 5. Then multiplied with 100, you will get what? Everyone will get what? SRPI. Everyone understood that, people? Pakka, everyone understood that? Now my next question. Which one will have a unit? Which one will not have a unit? Will SRPI have unit? Will SAPI have unit? That is important question. Now people, even though we consider quantity, for example, salt is there, which is in kilogram, but pepper is there in kilogram, chili is there in kilogram, fish is there in kilogram. Let it be in milliliter. Butter is in milliliter. If oil was there, let it be in milliliter. Petrol, let it be in what? Milliliter. Everything is there in kilogram and milliliter. Now, people, you should remember one thing. SAPI will always have a unit, but SRPI does not have a unit. Remember that only SAPI has unit. All the other index number, whatever we are learning, does not have what? Unit. Unit means what? Kilogram. Then milliliter, liter. All these things will come under what? The unit. Then in long back you studied meter per second is a unit. In science you have studied Then kilogram per rupees is a unit, or rupees per kilogram is a unit. Who doesn't have a unit? Who have a unit? SAPI has a unit. Do you know the reason why SAPI has a unit? Anyone, any reason for that? Because if you look here, summation of P1, that is prices, right? We are adding all the quantities. For example, liter is there in liter, it is there in kilogram, it is there rupees per kilogram, rupees per liter. All the things at the end of the day are getting added and are getting divided. The units are not common and they are not getting cancelled off where? In SAPI. Unit does not get cancelled. Keep a note of it. Units do not cancel. So it has a unit. While in SRPI, what happens is, look here now. P1 by P0. Salt is there, right? 17 kilogram per rupees or rupees per kilogram divided by 5 rupees per kilogram. That means rupees per kilogram will get cancelled off. So all the time what happens in our SRPI? It is unitless, while SAPI is what? Unit. It is having a unit. So who is unit independent and who is unit dependent? SAPI is unit dependent and SRPI is unit independent. Keep a note of it. It might be used in the future towards the end of this chapter. Okay, everyone understood that? Why is there a unit and why there is no unit? Everyone got it? Pakka? Sir, everyone is getting 5650. Everyone is getting. Shruti, check again. Maybe some error would have been there. Check again. Okay. Now here, does this have a unit? Lapping. Everyone tell me, does LAPE have a unit? It does not have a unit. Why? I'll tell you. P1 Q0, right now. For example, P1 is what? 1000 rupees per kilogram. Let it be like that. 1000 rupees per kilogram. Then multiply into Q0, right? Q0 is nothing but, let it be kilogram, into 5 kilogram. So kilogram and kilogram will get cancelled out. What is remaining? 1000 rupees. Are you getting it? 1000 rupees. Then similarly, 600 coffee, let it be in liters. Okay, 600 rupees per liter. I am multiplying with what? 6 liter. Liter will get cancelled off. So what will remain? 600 into 6. Rupees will remain. So every cases rupees will be there in the numerator. Likewise, rupees will be there in the denominator. So rupees and rupees will get cancelled off. So LAPE does not have a unit. Next one, in the future, whatever we are going to learn does not have a unit. Only who has a unit? SAPI has unit. Other than that, none of them have a unit. Keep it in your mind. Okay, it will be useful in one of the topic. Next one, people. How will you read it? Some people will read it as Pascus. Some people will read it as patches. I will read it as Pache. What is it? Pache. Okay, Pache. Like Basha. Pache. Okay, Pache. Pache is index number. Now, the difference between Pache index number and LAPE index number is very minute. The difference is here the weight. Weight is what, people? Weight is which year quantity? Current year quantity. In LAPE, what was the weight of base year quantity? In Pache, what is the quantity? Current year quantity is taken as the weight. So the formula looks like this. Picky by Pocky into 100. So sigma P1 Q1 divided by sigma P0 Q1 into 100. Can I take the same example? Can we start solving the question? Using the same example, we will do it. So you will understand it better. Yes, everyone. Can you get me the answer? So what is the formula for Pache index number, everyone? Pache index number is nothing but summation of what? P1 Q1 divided by summation of P0 Q1. So P1 Q1 means what? We are taking the product of price and quantity. Then P0 Q1 means price and quantity, we are taking the product. But we need to accordingly take the current year price and the base year price. Now people, P1 Q1. What is P1 over here? The numerator we will find. Into 100 is also there. 1000 into what? 1000 into what people? 1000 into Q1, right? That means 7. M plus. Then 600 into 8. Then click what? M plus. Then 2000 into 7 M plus. 100 into 9 M plus. 3000 into 21 M plus. How much is the value of MRC people? So tell me what is sigma P1 Q1? How much you got on calculator? 88,000. 89,700. That is sigma P1 Q1. Everyone got that? Now people, we need to find what? Summation of sigma P0 Q1. P0 Q1 you need to find. P0 Q1 means P0 is how much? 200 into 7 M plus. Then people what? 300 into 8 M plus. 400 into 7 M plus. 50 into 9 M plus. Then finally 100 into 21 M plus. Then click which button? MRC button. How much you got? Sigma P0 Q1. 11,250. Now one more thing, make sure that you clear the memory before doing the next math. Otherwise your memory calculation will go wrong. Now people, what is then Pache index number? Pache index number is nothing but sigma P1 Q1 is how much? 89700 divided by 11250 into 100. How much is the answer people you are getting? 797.33. So how much increment is there? 100 became 797. That means 697 increment is there in the entire quantity ka index. Understood? Yes, Bhavana, are you getting it? Yes. Right. Okay, this is writing is involved. Okay, otherwise you might miss the numbers. Okay, please do it. Denominator, how much are you getting the? 9,150. Yeah? Everyone got it as 9,000. Yes, check again. Many people are telling that means that should be the answer. 9,150. Yeah? Check again. Check the quantities again. 7 into 7, 200 into 7 M plus, 300 into 8 M plus, 400 into 7 M plus, 50 into 9 M plus, then 100 into 21 M plus, then MRC. How much is it? 9,150. Yes. Then into 100. How much is the answer? 980.32. 980.32. Fine. Well done. Understood. Everyone got it. Can we solve some questions? Ready for the questions? Pakka? Done? Next question is over here. So the questions will be like this. You might get one question just like this. In Pache index number, weights are based on what people? Current year quantity, base year quantity. Which is the one? Current year quantity, right? Pache means current year quantity. Lappe means base year quantity. Remember that. Next one people. In Lappe index number, dash are used as a weight. Base year quantity. Okay, sometimes by mistake you will mark base year price. Don't do that mistake. Always take that. Weight is always what? Quantity. Keep it in your mind. Then people, next question. Find the Pache index number for prices from the following data in 1970 as the base year. 1970 is the base year, means 1970 price will become what? P0. This will become what? Q0. This will become what? P1, and this will become what? Q1. Using this we need to get the answer. Now what are they asking for? Pache index number. What is the formula for Pache index number people? Pache is what? Sigma P1 Q1 divided by sigma P0 Q1 into 100. Remember, Pache means which year quantity? Current year quantity. Lappe means base year quantity. Using this idea, find me numerator, find me denominator, Then use your calculator, get the answer. Summation of P1 Q0. Summation of P1 Q1. P1 Q1. P1 Q1 is how much now? 3 into 5 m plus 8 into 5 m plus 10 into 6 m plus. Then you will click which button? MRC button. How much you got the numerator, people? Numerator is how much? Numerator 115. Everyone got sigma P1 Q1 is equal to 115. Now people, summation of P0 Q1, which is equal to how much now? P0 is how much? 1. 1 into Q1, that is 5 m plus, then 3 into 5 m plus, 4 into 6 m plus, then you will click which button? MRC button. Then how much are you getting? Denominator 44. Now what is the way? P is equal to 115 divided by 44 into what? 100. How much is the answer? 261.36. Which option is the answer? Option A. Anyone got any different answer? Tell me right now. Pakka everyone got it? Kale, you got it? Yes, Jayashree? Yes. Bhuvanesh. Sudarshan. Yes. Correct, right? Yes. Krishna, you got it? Yes. Everyone, I hope everyone got it. Bhavana, you got it? Yes. I got only 261. Yeah, correct. Done, Trisha. Maybe your calculator, send a picture of the calculator. Maybe the round off thing is there in the calculator. Sometimes it will get rounded off to that. Okay. Now, next question, people. Yeah, that was the BYQ. Now, for the same question, can you find me LAPE index number? For the same question, find me LAPE index number. For the same thing. If you want, I can add a new page. 1 second, I'll add a new page so that you can also see it properly. For the same question, find me LAPE. Yes, get me the value of LAPE. So base here is, this is P0, this is Q1, this is P1, this is Q1. Sorry, Q0, this is Q1. Yeah. 260.377. Okay, let's see. What is the formula for LAPE? LAPE is nothing but summation of P1 Q0 divided by summation of P0 Q0 into what? 100. So first find me summation of P1 Q0. P1 Q0 is nothing but 3 into 6 m plus 8 into 5 m plus 10 into 8 m plus then MRC. How much is the numerator, people? 138. Perfect. Next one is summation of P0 Q0. You need to find, right? P0 Q0 is how much? P0 is 1. So 1 into 6 m plus then 3 into 5 m plus then 4 into 8 m plus. How much is the value? MRC is how much? 50. 53. Everyone got 53. Then LAPE is what? 138 divided by 53 into what? 100. How much is the answer? 260.3777. Okay, everyone understood. Now one more thing you can keep it in your mind. Usually what happens is LAPE and PASHE will almost be same. There might not be a huge difference between LAPE and PASHE. Usually it will be nearby itself. Keep it in your mind. Even Fisher will be nearby itself. Everything, whatever we are going to learn again will be somewhere around this value itself. Now what if a question is like this in the future? They will give you some random values and they will ask you to find the index number. You can find any of the index number. Nearest option will be your answer. Okay, one question is there in the workbook just like that. You can check that in the workbook. Okay, now people, the next one. I hope everyone understood these two. Can I take you to the next one? Next one is called as Bowley's index number. Bowley's index number B. Now people, one shortcut I'll teach you to remember this. What is the letter before B? What is the letter before B? A. So Bowley's index number is nothing but arithmetic mean of LAPE and PASHE. Why did I teach you? Because what is the letter after F? What is the letter after F? So Fisher is the geometric mean. Okay, keep it in your mind. Bowley is the arithmetic mean, while Fisher is the geometric mean. Remember it that way. It is important. There were many questions like that. Which is what? Okay, Bowley index number is the arithmetic mean of Lappe and Pache. The formula for Bowley index number is very simple. Lappe plus Pache divided by what? 2. Arithmetic mean means what? We need to take the average of them. How many quantities are there? 2 quantities. So L plus B divided by what? 2. Now, Fisher's. Fisher's index number is also called as ideal index number. Make a note of it. Fisher's index number is called as the ideal index number. Okay. In the future, it will be very, very important because there were, and if you ask me, if you check all the question papers, there will be one or more questions from Fisher's. Fisher is the most important person. Why? Because it is considered itself as the ideal index number. What do you mean by ideal? Now, if I'll ask you a question, who is an ideal hero in movie? The hero will always be like, oh, he'll be coming and rescuing the heroine, then fighting the villains, killing everyone. So that is the thing. Or some for other people, the ideal hero will be who is a proper, I mean, what to say, who doesn't harm anyone, who will always be looking after family. Likewise, ideal has many values as a person. Now, what do you think about Fisher? Why is it called as ideal index number? So if instead of finding any other index number, if we find an ideal index number who is called as what? The Fisher index number, almost all the time it will be the nearest value or will give a correct point or a correct forecast for the future. That is the reason why we are calling him what? Ideal index number. Correct answer, Shruti. Now, what is Fisher? Geometric mean of Lappe and Pache. When two quantities are involved, geometric mean is what? The root of Lappe and Pache. Keep a note of it. Fisher is equal to root of Lappe and Pache. Now I will ask a conceptual question connecting chapter 14. Which value will be bigger? Bowley value or Fisher value? Why Bowley will be bigger than Fisher? Arithmetic mean is always greater than geometric mean. That can be a question, connecting question and a conceptual question. AM is always, what did I told you? AM is always greater than or equal to. GM is always greater than or equal to HM. Why? Equal to is coming if the values are same. If both the values are same, we will say that they are equal to. Otherwise, it will always be what? Greater. What was the shortcut I told you? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. So remember it this way. Okay. A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Then only H is coming. So always remember AM is greater than GM is greater than HM. If all the values are same, AM is equal to GM is equal to HM. Otherwise it will always be greater than. Okay. Keep it in your mind. Now, can I ask you a question? We just found Pache, we just found Lappe. Can you find me Bowley for the same question? Bowley is what? Lappe plus Pache divided by 2. Lappe was how much? We found it to be 260.37 plus what was Pache? We found over there 261.36. 261.36 divided by 2. How much is Bowley then? 260.86. That is Bowley. Then find me Fisher. Fisher is nothing but root of Lappe into Pache. How much is it, people? Root of 260.37 into 261.36. Take your calculator. Type 260.37 into 261.36. Then click equal to. Then click root. How much is it? 260.86. 86 up? Yes. So what did you understand, people? Almost. What did I tell you? Okay. Almost Lappe, Bowley, Pache, everyone will be almost nearby to each other. They will be almost similar in all the cases. Even if you forget one of the value, what you will do? You can actually, if the options are too much different, you can actually find one of the answer and go about it. You will get an answer, but don't do that. Why? Because almost all the time options will be nearby to each other itself. Okay. So if you get a chance, do that. If you forget any of the formula, find one of it that can give you the answer. But options are two different means you can do that. If options are very nearby, don't do that. Okay, keep it in your mind. Next question, people. Can anyone tell me the answer for this? Yes, Nihida, right? Shruti, right? Rest of you, Ajisha, Akshaya, Bhavdharni, Sakshini, Sindhu, then Saumya, Trisha, everyone is getting. Trisha, send a picture of the calculator also. I want to see that. Now, in the data group, Bowley, Lappe is given. Okay. Bowley is 150. Lappe is 180. Then Pache is how much? People, Bowley index number is given. What is the formula for Bowley's index number? Lappe plus Pache divided by 2. Now people, Bowley is given. How much is it? 150. Lappe is given 180. We need to find what? Pache divided by 2. People cross multiply. That means 300 is equal to 180 plus P. From that P is equal to how much now? 120. Which option is the answer? Option A is the answer. So 300 minus 180 will become what? 120. Or you will option hit. Instead of P, what should be added so that you will get 300? 120 should be added so that 180 plus 120 will give you what? 300. LHS will be equal to RHS. Whichever method you want to follow, you follow that, you will get the answer. Very easy question. Pakka? Done? Now, can I go for the next question, people? Solungo. Yes, Fisher's index is based on what and what? Geometric mean of what and what? Lappe and Pache. Next question, people. Yes, you should keep that. You have seen the first column, right? Which is written to be 0. I mean, in the right hand side, there is a button, right? You need to keep to the left end of it, Trisha. Left end in the sense, everything, every button in the top, 2 buttons are there, right? Everything should be towards the left end. If it is towards the left end, it will not approximate anything. Okay. Yes. Good. Solungo. Lappe index number is 90, Pache index number is 160, then Fisher's index number will be what? Yes, very easy. Lappe is given 90. Pache is how much? 160. Then what is the formula for Fisher? Fisher is nothing but root of Lappe into Pache, which is equal to root of 90 into 160. On calculator, how will you do it now? 90 into 160, then click equal to, then click what? Root. How much is the answer you are getting, people? 120. Everyone got 120, people? Yes. Any other answer for anyone? Please tell me right now. Lipika, you got it? Yes. Pravalika? Sukrita, you got it? Yes. Perfect. Done? Done. Yes. Vishwasri, you got it? Yes. Grace, are you getting it? Yes. Well and good. Yes. Why this question is again and again? Because that many number of times the same question was asked. Fisher's index number is what of what? Geometric mean of Lappe and Pache. One of the most repeated question in your entire quantitative aptitude. Because it is the 18th chapter. Usually what? From an examiner point of view, think down. What happens? Usually they will think from your examination point of view, they might not have studied the last chapter. That thing will always be there from examiner point of view. You might also have that point of view. Oh, last chapter, index number, it's very difficult. Yeah, if you never study this, it is difficult. Otherwise, it is one of the easiest chapter. So such type of questions will always repeat. Keep it in your mind. It will help you out. Okay. Now, people, I will go back to Fisher. What was the other name of Fisher? Ideal index number. Then, how will you define Fisher? Fisher is what? Geometric mean of Lappe index number and Pache index number. Now, can I say one more thing? Which is the best measure of constructing an index number, geometric mean or average arithmetic mean? Geometric mean. Why? Percentages are involved. So that itself will constitute to Index number, Fisher being the ideal index number, right? Because we are finding the geometric mean of percentages. Okay, people, look here carefully. Okay. Now, LAPE formula is what, people? What is the formula for LAPE? Summation of what? Pico by Poco. Summation of P1Q0 divided by summation of P0Q0 into what was the formula for Pache? Summation of P1Q1 divided by summation of P0Q1. That is the formula. Everywhere we need to multiply it with what? 100. Correct? Both the cases we should multiply it with 100. Why? We are always finding in percentages. People, 100 into 100 will become what? 100 square. Correct? 100 into 100 will become 100 square. If 100 is coming outside the root, we should write 100 outside, right? 100 square ka root is how much? 100. That's why when you write it as a formula, you should write it like this. Root of, or you will write it like this, people. Write it along with me. Root of what? Root of P1Q0 divided by, summation of P1Q0 divided by summation of P0Q0 into summation of P1Q1 divided by summation of P0Q1. Then you will write the 100 outside the root. Okay, you should write where? Outside the root. You can't write it inside the root. If you're writing inside, you should write it as what? 100 into 100. When it is outside the root, you should write it as 100 itself. Okay, keep it in your mind. It can be useful. Now, one question I want to ask. Yes, I'm asking too many questions here. At the end, you are not answering, I'm only answering back. Yes. One more question is, people, they are asking find the index number using the given data. Which one you will prefer? Usually, if they don't mention LAPE, Pache, Bowley, then Fisher or anything, which one you will prefer usually? You can go for Fisher. Why Fisher? Because it is called as what? The ideal index number. So if it is not mentioned properly in the question, you can go for, usually you can go for Fisher's index number. Keep it in your mind. Okay, best measure. Why? Because it is called as the ideal index number. You can also find symbol relative index number or symbol aggregative price index number. But what do you think? Are we considering quantity over there? No. When quantity is given, which one is the best measure? Fisher's index number. When quantity is not given, you can find any of it. Okay. Yes. Next one, people. Can we go for a question? The question is right here. Tell me, what are they asking? What is given? Summation of P0 Q0 is equal to 116. Summation of P0 Q1 is equal to 140. Summation of P1 Q0 is equal to 97. P1 Q1 is equal to 117. Find the index number. Which index number? Ideal Fisher's index number. What is the formula for Fisher? Fisher is nothing but root of LAPE into Pache. We know that. Either you find LAPE, then you find Pache, substitute it over there. Or you can do what? You will write the direct formula of LAPE. LAPE formula is what? LAPE is what? Summation of P1 Q0 divided by summation of P0 Q0 into 100 is there, right? Can I write the 100 outside? Rather than writing here, both the cases 100, I wrote it outside. Then what is Pache? Pache is summation of P1 Q1 divided by summation of P0 Q1. Now substitute the values. Root of P1 Q0 is how much in the question? P1 Q0 is 97 into P1 Q1 is how much in the question? That is 117 divided by P0 Q0 is how much in the question? 116 into P0 Q1 is how much in the question? 140. The entire thing is multiplied with what? 100. How to do it in calculator? Do it along with me in calculator. Type 97, then multiply it with 117, then divide with 116, then divide again with 140, then click equal to, then click root, then multiply it with 100. How much is the answer you are getting, people? 83.59. Everyone got 83.59? So is there an increase or a decrease? Decrease is there. The percentage decrease is coming into the picture. I hope everyone understood. Yes, with the almost correct answer. Perfect. Done now? Everyone, anyone, any issues you can tell me right now. I think that everything is sorted right away. Pakka? Done? இது என்னது சொல்லுங்க சொல்லுங்க சொல்லுங்க. Yes. Yes, we already did the question, right? So another repeated question. If you check any RTP, any MTP, this question is always there. Why? Because they are giving the trailer. Maybe in the future the same question will repeat again. So that's how usually happen. MTP and RTP are trailers for the main exams. They will give the question up front. That same attempt they might not ask the question, but after one attempt or two attempt or three attempt they might ask a question. So you got the MTP PDF I shared in the group. Everyone got it, right? From I think April 23 onwards, whatever MTP is there, everything is there in that. I think around 20 plus MTPs are there in that particular material. It is there in the group. So if not, it's not there. If none of them are not having, if anyone is not having, I'll ask someone to re-upload it again. It will be shared again. Okay. How much is the answer now? Bowley is 150. Lappe is 180. Pache is how much? So Bowley formula is what, people? Lappe plus Pache divided by 2. So 150 is equal to 180 plus P divided by 2. Cross multiply. So 300 is equal to 180 plus P. From that P is equal to 120. Which option is the answer? Option A is the answer. If so, get me the answer for this week. Timer starts now. Then we will do it together. Okay. They are asking for what? Fisher's index number. For your reference, the Fisher's index number formula, I can write it like this. Root of summation of P1Q0 divided by summation of P0Q0 into summation of P1Q1 divided by summation of P0Q1. Then multiply it with 100. Find individual values, substitute over there, get the answer. Very, very easy. Yes. So which is base year? 2000. Which is current year? 2001. So base year price. P0 is given. P1 is given. Q0 is given. Q1 is given. Everything of all the commodities, it is given properly over here. Okay. Which is equal to. First we need to find P1 Q0. How to find sigma P1 Q0 da? Everyone tell me how much is sigma P1 Q0. Can anyone tell me P1 Q0 is how much? That is 12 into, okay, we'll check. 12 into how much? 12 into 20 m plus, then 8 into 16 m plus 6 into 10 m plus 4 into 7 m plus, then you will click what? MRC. How much is the value for that? 450. Yeah? How much is it? Tell me. 456. Everyone got 456. Summation of P1 Q0. Then people, what is summation of P0 Q0? P0 Q0 is nothing but what, people? 10 into 20 m plus 8 into 16 m plus 5 into 10 m plus 5 into 10 m plus, then finally what is remaining? 4 into 7 m plus, then MRC. How much are you getting for that? 116 or 416? 406. Yes, that is also given. Now people, we need to find the next value. Next value is summation of P1 Q1. P1 Q1 is very easy, people. 12 into 22. 12 into 22 m plus, then 8 into 18 m plus 6 into 11 m plus finally 4 into 8 m plus then click which button? MRC button. How much are you getting for that? 5 506, huh? Yes, everyone got 506. And the final value, people, that is summation of P1 Q0, correct? Sorry, P0 Q0. P0 Q0. P0 Q0 is how much? P0 is how much? 12. Sorry, 10 into 20. 10 into 20. Q1. Sorry for that. Yes. P0 Q1. P0 Q1 is 10 into 22. 10 into 22 m plus 8 into 18 m plus then what 5 into 11 m plus finally 4 into 8 m plus then MRC. How much are you getting for that? 451. So we have all the values. We will substitute over here. How much are the values, people? Root of what all things are there? 456 divided by 406 into 506 divided by 451 into what? 100. Use calculator. Get me the answer for this. 112.25. Yes, 112.25 is your answer. Which option is the answer, people? Option B. Now, is it a difficult question? No. One of the easiest question. Why? Because we know the Fisher formula and it is direct substitution. Now, where is it a catch? Sometimes you will be not that fast with the calculator. If you are fast with calculator, this is an easy question. If you are slow with calculator, it will take time. But my question is, always one or two theory question will be there from this chapter. That question might take 10 seconds. Then you can have enough time or 2.5 minutes for this question, right? That is always possible. So it's not a trouble. But the usual pattern is Fisher, they will give the values and all. Like this, they will give the values and all. But what if they give a question like this? That time also you should be able to solve it. This is how you will do it. Got it? I hope everything is cleared. With that, we will go to the last weighted index number. Make a note of it, people. Yes. One thing. Yes. Right answer is Sakshini. Rest of you, everyone got it. Over here, everyone got it. Pujita. Yes. Niksha. Then Vishwasri. Grace. Everyone understood. Jayasri. Kalay, you got it. Yes. Purnasri. Got it right. Yes. Bhunesh, you got it. Sudarshan, you got it. Yes. Krishna. Ayush. Yes. Dinesh. Bhavana, right? Got it. Yes. Darshini. Got it. Yes. Srimati, you got it. Yes. Pravalika. Sukrita. Yes. Lipika. Yes. Done. Everything is done. Can you do the last calculation? Yes, Akshay, I can do the last calculation. Last calculation. 1 second. We will do that also. So how to do this calculation on calculator? We need it. This is the calculation, right, Akshay? Yeah. How to do this? So type 456, then into 506, then divide with 406, divide with 551, then click what? Equal to. After clicking equal to, you will click what? Root. Then you will multiply it with 100. Okay. Got it, Akshaya? Yes, perfect. Next one is Marshall-Edgeworth. Okay, someone is going to die. Fine now? Yes. Yes. Fine. Done. Jayasri, come on, come back. Marshall-Edgeworth, the final one. Make a note of it. You can always write it as Marshall's Edgeworth. Sometimes they will ask the question like, find the Marshall-Edgeworth index number. The formula is this one. Marshall-Edgeworth index number is summation of P1 into Q0 plus Q1 divided by summation of P0 into Q0 plus Q1. What happened over here? Yes, Dinesh, what happened over here? We are considering the average of both base year quantity and current year quantity. So, in which of the index number we are considering the average of base year and current year quantity? In Marshall's index number, previous question. I'm not aware. Is this the Alfred Marshall economist? I'm not aware. I'll check and tell you. Okay. Yes. So, M is equal to summation of P1 into Q0 plus Q1 divided by summation of P0 into Q0 plus Q1. There was only one attempt. They asked a question based on this. Otherwise, they will always ask a question like this. Which one is a good approximation of Fisher index number? Marshall-Edgeworth. Which one takes the average of current year and base year quantities? Marshall-Edgeworth. Now, can we solve a question based on Marshall index number so that you will be well prepared for the examination? We will take one question, people. Now, this question we will take. The same question. Everyone be ready. The question is over here. Yes, everything is fine? Yes. Now, please get me the answer for Marshall-Edgeworth index number. Find Marshall's Edgeworth index. What is the formula for Marshall's Edgeworth? Yes. Good approximation means from in Fisher's index number we can derive Marshall's index. That is the meaning. Okay. Find Marshall's Edgeworth. What is the formula for Marshall's Edgeworth formula? Which is nothing but summation of P1 into, always remember in the numerator our current year price will be there. P1 into Q0 plus Q1 divided by sigma P0 into Q0 plus Q1. That is not going to change. Put the values and get me the answer. So people, calculation part is very crazy over here. You should add things and do it. Okay. Now find numerator. Summation of P1 into Q0 plus Q1, which is equal to Q0 plus Q1. People, what is P0 over here? This one is P0. This one is Q0. This one is P1. This is Q1. So, P1 is how much? P1 for the first case is 3. 3 into Q0 plus Q1. That means our math is going wrong. If you multiply and add, your answer will go wrong. So you should always what? Add and multiply. I told you in the first class during the time of calculation tricks. So adding means Q0 plus Q1. 6 plus 5 into what? 3. Okay. M plus. Then in calculator, whatever I am writing, it is as part of calculator. Then next one is what? 5 plus 5 plus 5. This is 5 plus 5. Multiplied with what? 8. M plus. Then 8 plus 6. 8 plus 6. Multiplied with what? 10. Then click what? M plus. Then MRC. How much is the numerator? How much is it? 253. Divided by P0 into Q0 plus Q1. So summation of P0 into Q0 plus Q1. P0 is how much? First one, that is 1. 1 into, before that we should do what? Adding 6 plus 5 into 1, M plus. Then people, 5 plus 5 into what? 3, M plus. Then 8 plus 6 into what? 4, M plus. Then what people? MRC. How much are you getting? 97. How much? 97, huh? Everyone got it as 97? Then what? Multiplied with 100. How much is the answer you are getting? 260? 0.82. Now my question, is everything nearby? Previous answer was 260.38. Another one was 260.86. Likewise, everything was nearby. So what is wrong in it? Everything is nearby. Understood the method? So that is called as Marshall-Edgeworth index number. I will recollect everything for you guys. Okay, I will do it for you. What all things we learned? We studied the index number. What is the usage of index number? To predict. Okay, what is going to happen in the future or to forecast. Okay, this commodity price is going to go up. So we will use what? We'll use index number. Then we learn what? Price relative. What is price relative, people? Price relative. What is price relative? P1 divided by P0 of a particular commodity. We will take it like what? Price of the current year divided by price of the base year into 100. What is quantity relative? Quantity of the current year divided by quantity of the base year into 100. Then we learn what? SAPI and SRPI. SAPI. SAPI means simple aggregative price index. What was SAPI? Summation of all the current year prices divided by summation of all the base year prices into 100. That is summation of P1 divided by summation of P0 into 100. That is SAPI. SRPI was what? Summation of P1 by P0 divided by N into 100. That is ratio of the prices of the commodities. We will add everything divided by total commodities into 100. That is SRPI. Which one is having a unit? SAPI has a unit, SRPI and all the others does not have a unit. Keep it in your mind. Next one, people, we studied weighted index number. Weighted index number means we will use weight instead of the given frequency or something. We are using the weighted average method over here. Now, lapping. What is the weight in lapping? LAPE index number. Base year quantity is the weight. What is the formula for LAPE? LAPE is nothing but sigma summation of P1 Q0 divided by summation of P0 Q0 into 100. Always multiplied with 100. Then Pache index number. What is the weight? Current year quantity is the weight. Summation of P1 Q1 divided by summation of P0 Q1 into 100. Then arithmetic mean of LAPE and Pache. Which index number? Bowley's index number. Then geometric mean of LAPE and Pache. Fisher's index number. Which one is the ideal index number? Fisher. So people, last one, which is the good approximation of Fisher's index number? Marshall's index number, which is taking the average of current year quantity and base year quantity. Marshall's index number. What was the formula for Marshall's index number? Summation of P1 into Q0 plus Q1 divided by summation of P0 into Q0 plus Q1. Now, people, I told average of base year and current year quantity. Where is that 2? Anyway, 2 is there in the numerator. 2 is there in the denominator. That will get cancelled off, right? That's why we are not mentioning it in the question. If you ask me, it will be like this. Divided by 2, divided by 2. But anyway, this will get cancelled throughout. That's why we are not mentioning it. Keep it that also in your mind. If so, you got your 3 marks, people. Why? Because all the attempt, 3 questions will be there from this. Whatever you have learned till now. If you add on, which is the bigger value? Bowley's index number or Fisher's index number? Bowley's index number will be bigger than Fisher's index number. What is the reason? Arithmetic mean is greater than geometric mean. Well and good, people. If so, a question for you. Wholesale price is given by what? Logically, you should tell me the answer. So, wholesale price index, sir, we never studied wholesale price index. Is it necessary to study? It's not there in from our exam point of view, there is only one question. That is this question. Wholesale price index. Wholesale price is what? What is retail price? Retail price is after, when the consumer buy it, that will be the price, whatever the consumer gets. What is wholesale price? Whatever the buyer or the shop, they are getting is the wholesale price. Now, wholesale price will be based on what type of quantity? What do you think? Will it be based on base year quantity or it will be based on current year quantity? Wholesale price will always be based on base year quantity. Keep it in your mind. So what can be your answer? Is always given by LAPE's index number or LASPIRE's index number, or whichever way you call it, completely up to you. So answer is what? Option B. Make a note of it. Wholesale price index is based on LAPE index number. What is the reason? It is based on base year quantity. Okay. Yes. If so, that part is completed. I hope everyone is clear with all the things so that I can take you to the next topic. We have few more topics now. Then it is done. Before that, one final thing for you. Okay, one final thing. People, we studied LAPE, Pache, Fisher, everything we studied, taking quantity as the weight. What if they give price as the weight and we are finding for quantity? LAPE index number for quantity will be what? LAPE quantity index number will be what? We will be taking what as the base? Price, current year price or base year price? In LAPE quantity index number, we should take. Now I'll take back here. Then with respect to this itself, I'll talk so that no confusions. Look here. Here is a normal LAPE index number whichever come for examination. Here we are taking what as the base? The quantity, base year quantity as the base. Sorry, as the weight. Now what if the question is like this? LAPE quantity index number. Then we will take price as the weight. What price? Base year price. So it will be like Q1 P0 divided by summation of Q0 P0. It will change to the ulta. Keep it in your mind, not important. How will Pache change? What will be the weight over here if the Pache quantity index is asked? The weight will be what, people? Price. What price? Current year price. The formula will be what? Summation of Q1 P1 divided by summation of Q0 P1. Similarly, for Bowley index number or here also LAPE also accordingly it will change. Marshall will become what? The summation of Q1 into P0 plus P1 divided by Q0 into P0 plus P1 into 100. What if they want to trouble you? Okay, don't let the trouble you. Okay, understood, people? Everyone got it? I hope that everyone understood that also, but not important. What if? Now we are going for some basic things. This is the final part of the chapter. So after this we have one test of adequacy and all. Then the chapter will be over. It's one of the smallest chapter and it is one of the easiest chapter to get the marks out of it. Usually people will not study this chapter. The reason is they might think, oh, too many things are there. But are there too many things? No, very few things are there. But some formula based question can be there in the future. That also we will address. Everything we will address and go. Check, people. Have a look at it. Consumer price index. Who is a consumer? Us. For example, whoever is buying the product can be called as what? Consumer. Now, consumer price index is also called as cost of living index, one of the most repeated question. What is consumer price index? Consumer price index is called as what? Cost of living index number. Now, people, it measures the average change in prices paid by urban consumers for a market basket of consumer goods and services over time. So, are we measuring it with respect to the rural consumers? No, we are talking about the urban consumers. So, basically, what is this? We are going to measure the cost of living using which index number? CPI or consumer price index number. Now, which index can be used to track inflation? Consumer price index number. So, CPI is a key economic indicator to use to track what? Inflation. What do you mean by inflation? Steady sudden increase in prices can be called as what? Inflation. Now, what is the purpose of CPI? CPI is used to track what? The cost of living, and also it is used to track what? Inflation. This can be a question, people. which of the index number is the best index for calculating CPI, sorry, cost of living? CPI. What is it? Consumer price index number. Tracking inflation. Consumer price index number. Now make a note of it, people. Formula for consumer price index number, that is sigma IW divided by sigma W. Make a note of it. I'll talk about it after you make a note of it. Formula is not much important. Okay, not at all important. But I'll tell you how is it used using one example. CPI is equal to sigma IW divided by sigma W is the formula. Now people, for example, we have a group, first group, which contains copper, then zinc is there, gold is there, all the things, one group is there. Then there is another group. That group is called as which contain pepper, then chili, then coriander, all the things are there in that group. Okay. This first group has an index number of 250. Second group has an index number of 550 or 150. Let it be 150. Okay. These are the index of both the groups. Now people, we need to find the cost of living. For a person, for an urban consumer, we need to find the cost of living index. When two groups are there where copper, zinc, gold, everything is there. If you want to include more relatable one, you can include silver. Instead of this, you can include iron. Then gold and all are there. Then pepper, chili, coriander, all these things are there. Actually, if you ask me, a human require these things. Yeah, a human require these things to live. Now, the thing is, we need to find the CPI. They will give the index value, right? 250. Then index of both the cases will be given, right? Yes, 250. Then they will give the weight also. Weight will be like, group A should be having a weight of 25. Then B will be having a weight of 25. They will keep a weight. So what we will do is, IW means 250 into 25 plus M plus 250 into 25. M plus 150 into 25 divided by sigma W is how much now? 50 or divided by 50. Adding 25 plus 25, it will become what? 50. So how much is the CPI, cost of living index, you will get? How much are you getting? 200. So that is the cost of living index. Okay. Then we can take for any commodities. If you want to take rice, then sugar, random commodity we will keep and we will accordingly associate or give the weights. At the end, we will divide it with the summation of all the weights. You will get the answer. You can say that it went up or down. For example, here index went to 300. That means here also the value will change, right? 300 into 25. The entire thing will change. Even our index or the cost of living also get increased. That is the meaning. I will explain again. So people, look here. We have two commodities, two set of things are there. A human require these two things. If you want to include like better one, let it be like first group is having rice, wheat, then sugar. Second group is having pepper, chili, coriander, then what the garam masala, what you want, cumin seeds, everything is coming under the next one. So we require this to survive. Let it be like that. Now we need to find the how the cost of living is going to increase. The current index value of group A, let it be 150. Okay, that is the current index value of group A. That means what? Rice, wheat, sugar all together are having an index of how much? 150. Then second one, pepper, chili, coriander, cumin, everything are having an index of, let it be 250. Okay, this is the given thing. Now we are going to say that, okay, each one of them should be given proportional weight of 50 and 50. Both are having a weight of what? 50 and 50. Now we will find the consumer price index or CPI we are going to find. What is the formula? Sigma IW divided by sigma W. That is what? 50 into 150 M plus, then 50 into 250 M plus, then you will click what? MRC, then divide by what people? Sigma W is 100. How much is the group index now? How much are you getting the index value to be? 200. Everyone got it as 200 or new one is how much? 50 into 150 m plus 50 into 250 m plus then MRC divided by 100. How much is it? 200 or 200, right? Yes, perfect. Now 200 is the index. So now we know a person to survive in Chennai, for example Chennai, the index is this much, correct? Now one change is happening to pepper and all because of war and all, the index of price index of this goes to 300. Will our value change, people? Here it will be 50 into 300. The entire thing will change to what? It will change to what? Get me your answer. 50 into 150 m plus 50 into 300 m plus then MRC divided by 100. How much is the new value? 225. That means our cost of living also got increased by how much? 25. That is the meaning. I hope that how CPI is used to track our cost of living. I hope everyone understood, but you might not get a question. Direct question you will never get. Okay. The question will be what? What is CPI? CPI used for what? CPI is used for what? Tracking inflation. Then another question will be, it is also called as what? Cost of living index. I hope you understood how we are tracking cost of living. Okay, there will not be any question like that with respect to CPI. Understood, Soumya? Rest of you, Bhavdharani, Akshaya, Nihida, Sakshini, Sindhu, Shruti, Trisha, Ajisha, Akshaya, everyone got it? Yes. If so, the first question, people, have a look at this question. Consumer price index is also called as what, people? Cost of living index. And I am telling you, people, it is a multiple time repeated question. They expect you to know this. Which one is to track inflation? CPI. Which one is also called as cost of living index? CPI. CPI is what? Communist Party of India? No. Consumer price index. Okay. Now, next one. I'll show you some questions which were asked from CPI, but we will not use the concept of CPI. We will use a shortcut. I'll show you that. Have a look at this. Everyone try to do it. I know you don't have any idea, but have a look at it and try to make some predictions. I will try to show you after that. I will give you how many minutes you want. 1 minute you take. The timer starts now. Yes. Read it and try to understand. At least you can do that also. 1 minute you can take. Can I try? Everyone? So what is given down? Monthly salary of an employee was, yes, Rudy, right. Monthly salary of an employee was 10,000. Was 10,000 means what? In the base year, it will be what? 10,000, correct? So, in the year 2000. So, year 2000 is there. I am just writing a note of it. You will see this again, okay, in the future. I am keeping it as a spoiler for you right now. In the year 2000, the monthly salary was how much? 10,000 rupees. Everyone got that? Monthly salary is 10,000. It was increased to 20,000 in the year 2013. So 2013 is the year and the salary is how much? 20,000. While the consumer price index in the year 2013 is 240. Okay. So index is also given to be what? 240. Then with the base year 2000. So we know that this is the base year. So this is base year. This is what? Current year. What should be his salary comparison to the consumer price index number in the year 2013 is the question. Okay. Now people, whenever the base index number is given, not given, you will assume it as what? 100. Till here any doubt? Pakka, everyone understood till here? Now people, what is given in the question? So this topic we will discuss later. Right now I am keeping it and showing you the method for whatever may be the question. This is the method we are going to follow in the future. Before the break, I wanted to show that. Now, 10,000 became 20,000, correct? Now, we need to consider the cost of living and the inflation. Then we should give how much was the real salary we should have paid this person instead of 20,000. We should find. That means instead of 20,000, how much we should have paid is the question. Correct? Read it again and ask, tell me. So 2013 he is having a salary of how much? 20,000. Now the question is what? What should be his salary in comparison to consumer price index? That means we should consider the consumer price index number or the cost of living, and how much extra should have been paid to the person, or how much should be the real salary of the person is the question. Correct? Now, people, look here. We need to find what? X. The shortcut method. Remember this? This is the method we are going to follow for all the type of these questions which are going to come in the future also. Cross multiply. 100 into X is equal to 240 into 10,000. So 100 is how much? Sorry, X is how much then? 24,000. Cancelling zeros and zeros, X is equal to 24,000. So actually, after considering the cost of living or after considering the CPI, we should have paid how much to the person? 24,000. But how much are they actually paying him? 20,000. Are you getting the point, people? So this is a method we are going to use throughout this chapter. Going forward, make a note of it, and it is the easiest shortcut you can use. There are different, if you don't use this method, right, multiple questions will have multiple approach. We will not use that. We will have a simple approach for all the type of questions. Okay, then there is a separate type that also I'll show you in few minutes, maybe before break or after break. Make a note of it. Everyone understood the meaning of this. A monthly salary of an employee was 10,000 in the year 2000. That means 2000 we are taking here as the base year, and the salary was how much? 10,000. Then it was increased to 20,000. That means in 2013 it became what? 20,000. While the consumer price index is 240 in the year 2013. Then base year is 2000. We will take the base year index is 100. I will make a note over here also so that you will not forget in the future. That is, if base year index is not given, assume index is how much? Index is equal to 100. Keep a note. Very, very important. Because without that, you will never be able to answer it. Keep it in your mind. Now, after that, what is given? We need to find the real salary we should have paid that person. Exact salary, how much we should have paid that person is the question. So 100 into X will be equal to 240 into 10,000. X is equal to how much, people? 24,000. Anyone is having any doubt? You can ask me now. Pakka, everyone got it? Ayush, you understood? Dinesh, you got it? Yes. Bhuvanesh and Sudarshan, right? Yes. Got it? You guys are from Chennai itself? No, where are you guys from? Tiruvannamalai. Both of you are from. Okay. Yes. Now, can we go for the next one? Yes. Everyone ready for the next one? Make a note of it. Deflated value. So there was no questions based on this, but there is a high chance that they will ask a formula based question like this. What is the formula for deflated value? I'll explain deflated value. Everyone make a note of deflated value. Deflated value is nothing but current price divided by current CPI. What is CPI? Consumer price index or cost of living index. So current price divided by current year CPI will give you what? Deflated value. I will tell you what is this deflated value with an example. I was telling about Parle-G, right? You remember Parle-G, everyone? Yes. When I was young, the same girl with a smile is there in front of the cover. But I was getting for 5 rupees, I was getting a like 500 grams or something I was getting. That was my memory of it. I still remember. Now, have you seen a Parle-G now? For 5 rupees, you will get this much. Now, I'll take your examples, whichever you have seen. You remember this bourbon biscuit long back. For 10 rupees, it will be this much. Now it is how much? This much. Did they change the price? No. They changed the quantity? Yes. So deflation occurs when? Deflated occurs when retailers and service providers reduce the cost by selling smaller packages. providing smaller portions, offering lesser quantity for same price while maintaining the same sticker price. Remember this, people. Deflated value, the best example you can remember is whatever food items we are having. Just keep it in your mind. Deflation. Okay. Now, any other example from your memory, core memory? Something is coming? No. Nothing. Nothing. No, you don't remember anything. Now, people, 50 rupees. You used to get what? Dairy milk. Previously, we used to get dairy milk for 50 rupees. Now also we will get for 50 rupees. Quantity is more or less. Quantity is less. Everywhere it is happening. All the places it is happening. Now with respect to water, for 10 rupees, there was initially for 10 rupees you are getting what? 1 liter water. Now for 10 rupees you are not getting 1 liter, you are getting 500 ml. So everywhere it is happening with respect to what? Deflated value. Keep a note of it. It is very important. Why? Because they can ask a formula based question. Which of the following formula represent deflated value? Multiple questions were there like that based on formula. That's why I'm telling you these formulas are important. They will directly ask the formula. In May 25, they asked a question directly formula. In Jan 25, based on formula, they asked a question. So, like a deflated value question or something, they can ask a question always. Keep it in your mind. Okay, you need to know these formulas. Just at least current price by current CPI will give you deflated value. At least conceptually, you should know about it. What is deflation? Deflation happens when? When retailers start selling smaller quantity for the same price. That's when the deflated value happens or values deflation happens. Now people, the next important thing, splicing of index number. I will teach you much faster with an example. What is splicing? Repeated question, MTP it is there, RTP it is there, in previous year it is there. It is a conceptual thing, not about formulas and all. Now people, we will talk about our CA Foundation itself. First group, one group is there, then second group it is there. Group of people, I mean students. First group is like they want only pencil for CA Foundation Quantitative Aptitude. They only want pen, they want calculator, then they want that's all. Okay, then second group is like they want scale, they want rubber or eraser, then they want what else you want? Water bottle? Yes, I want to drink water. Yes. Okay. So there are two groups. First group is having pencil, scale and calculator. Second group is having pencil, pen and calculator. Second group of people are having scale, eraser and water bottle. Now people, the first group is having an index number. Let it be 150. Second group is having another index number. Let it be 120. Now people, we are going to do something. We are going to combine both the index number to a same base. Let the base be, for example, which year you were born, 2008, right? Or 2007. So base year is 2008. I am going to create a new index number from two different index number. So what am I going to do? I am going to combine both group and I am going to create a new group AB, which is having what? Pencil, then pen, then calculator, then scale, then eraser, then what? Water bottle. Including everyone, I am creating a single group. So people, splicing means creating or constructing one continuous series from two different index number using the common base. What do you mean by splicing? We are creating a new index number from what? From two different or more than two different groups of index number. We are creating a single index number containing the same base. Now you take the example AI. Previously coding was there. Python, Java, everything was there together in the tech world. Then AI came into the picture. Now they will ignore AI or they will include AI also into the index. They will include AI. So in order to include AI, what they should do? They should do what? Splicing. So constructing a new index number from two or more different index numbers is called as what, people? Splicing. Very, very important. It is useful when a new commodity is added to the existing list of commodities. And there was a question based on this in the past. And the question is this. Can you tell me the answer? Which of the following statement is true? Pache index number is based on base year quantity. Is it based on base year quantity? No. Pache is based on current year quantity. That means it is wrong. Fisher, that we will talk later. Arithmetic mean is the most appropriate average for constructing index number. Is it geometric mean? That is also wrong. Then splicing means constructing one continuous series from two different indices on common base. That is mean by splicing. One person asked again. I will take another example. Now, first one, salt is there, then sugar is there, then pepper is there. Okay, that is the first group, group A. They have an index number, let it be 125. Then there is another group, group B. Group B is having chili, then rice, then what else is there? Then milk is there. Their index number is equal to 150. Okay, both of them are taking base year as base year is equal to 2010. Both of them are having base year is what? 2010. Now what is going to happen is we need to create a new index number combining everyone together. Everyone together means we need to create a new index called as AB, which contains salt, chili, sugar, then rice, then milk, then pepper. All these things are together in a new group. Okay, that creation of a new group, and they will have a new index number, right? What index number is that? Let it be like 135. So creation of a new index number from existing list of two different index numbers is called as what? Splicing. What is the condition? The base should be what? Same. Now, if the base for the first case was 2005, second case is 2010, can we create a new index from that? No. The base should be what? Always same. That is called as splicing. I hope that you understood, Bhavdharani. Is it clear for you? Done now? Yes or no? Please tell me. If so, keep a note of it, then we will have our break. We will solve the question once we come back. We have few more questions, then this chapter will be completed. Very small chapter. Okay. Yes. Everyone make a note of it and we will come back and we will solve it. Yes. Done, right? Can we take the break? Everyone please come back by 10:15. Okay. Come back by 10:15 or 10:15 you can come back. Yes.